With 3 of the Ark maps finally on ASA, I kind of realized I've never done a tier list voting my favorite maps, right? And where I rate the maps. So for the 10 official maps that are on Ark Survival Evolved, I'll be ranking them in the order I think they are, but we're going to do a bit of a tweak. The Center and Scorched Earth will get a bit of an ASA buff because they did get upgraded in ASA, and eventually we will return to this when every single map has been officially released for ASA. So I'll see you in 2029 for that. I'm kidding. Comment down below what your favorite map is. Make sure to hit subscribe as we're on the road to 100k. And let's get into this tier list. I noticed there's 2 like logos here, which I'm guessing is for the island. I'm gonna go straight with the center with its recent release on ASA. So we're going based off the ASA center for this one because it is a massive increase, but it also loses a bit of character. And the problem with that is the Lava Island. This is the biggest thing that was a bit of a disappointment on the center for me, was how Lava Island lost a lot of that burnt charcoal, kind of like very black sandy kind vibe to it that it has on ASE. So but the visual upgrade of the center is amazing. And it has an ASE, the center for me personally would be a C tier map. But with the ASA upgrade, I think it gets a B tier. It's solid. It's basically just a bigger island now, which I wish the Lava Island was a little bit better. But I still think it's great. The overhaul, it does look nice. It does look nice, and it has been amazing exploring it and everything like that. Next up, we'll go to the island. Island, classic. It's not going to get an ASA buff because the island on ASC and ASA are very similar. It just looks a little bit better on ASA, and yeah, the island, the classic map, is where we all started. It's where the adventure of Ark started for most of us, and it just has that nostalgia feel to it. But I don't think of it as a S tier potential map. It is definitely good, but I think because it's been overplayed and I've played it enough times, I realize there are maps that are definitely way better than it. It is the first map of Ark, but still, it is a good map. It's solid. It's just fun to explore, do all the caves, first all the bosses, do the tech cave. There's so much to do, and it's just a great place to start. So we're going to put the island in A tier. Next up is Scorched Earth. Scorched Earth got their glow up with the ASA update. Oh my god, is it beautiful. It took this map that always felt kind of half done, didn't feel like it had everything, and gave it that with the new caves of the Oasis Cave and the Wyvern Trench Cave. Just the upgraded visuals let alone, and a lot of just new places to explore, but it did lose a bit of character. Again, a lot of these ASA maps are losing character, and this is why after the ASA maps that we have, I hope they realize that they need to keep the character a lot of these maps have, because if they lose it, ASA is not going to do as well as it should do. The map needs that character that built it. It could be visually stunning, but if it loses that character, it's a bit of a problem. Scorched Earth for me was always a good map. It just did feel like a little bit lackluster, as it didn't fit the story as well and all that stuff. But with the ASA update, it actually ties in a lot more better with the story, and with the whole ascensioning from Island to Scorched Earth to Aberration to Extinction. It feels a bit more cohesive now, when before it kind of didn't. So for me, still, I love the challenge of Scorched Earth. I love the brutality of the weather. ASA when it first launched, oh my god, that was a bit too much. But Scorched Earth still, to me, is an A tier map. It's a solid map. It's just something different, and the fact that we didn't really get much of these like different weather effects pushed onto the maps, it kind of makes it a bit more unique in the official sense of maps. So the next map we're getting on ASA, we'll go Aberration. We'll go what we know the next map, Aberration. Aberration, my lord, they better do this map well on ASA. They better make this map the most insanely gorgeous. Don't lose any of that character that makes Aberration that good of a map. This is a map that, for me, is my favorite map. This is arguably the best map for me, right? I love the challenge of the no-fly map. I love the whole theme of it, definitely being in this underground and this broken ark, and it's just always, I love the bioluminescence, the biomes, the caves. Give me my rock drake. Give me my ravager pack. Give me my glowtail. I want it all. I cannot wait till September 4th to play this on ASA. And it better run smoothly. It better be done well. Because I don't want my favorite map having been ruined. It is my favorite map. And with that being said, this is clearly, and I mean clearly, straight to the S tier. And I think most of you will agree with me. Aberration is an S tier map. Without fail. Next up, I think we're going over to what I think is going to be the next map after Aberration, which is going to be Ragnarok. Ragnarok. This map has a lot of memories. This is the map I probably have a lot of playtime on. I did my first 100 days on this map, even though I failed it. But Ragnarok is just one of those maps that is fan favorite. It is great. It is big expansive map. It has such good exploration. You got so many cool different areas. Viking Bay is just outstanding. Very much, as I said, it's very much a Viking theme Ragnarok. But the biomes, give me my ice wyverns. I love the ice wyverns, even though I know the ice breath kind of sucks. I just love the look of ice wyverns. I want them back. I can't wait for them. You also get griffins. Oh, give me my griffin, man. You get the griffins back. The wyvern trench of Ragnarok is brilliant. So much more of an improvement over the Scorched Earth one. And I just cannot wait for Rag. It definitely is up there for me personally. I think Ragnarok is the second S tier map. And that is for sure. Ragnarok is definitely an S tier map that's just final. Still, you got the Iceworm Queen and the Lava Golem mini bosses. You've got the Spirit Wolf and Dire Wolf. Just the way to get caves. It just definitely changed the mindset of caves a lot, I think, in the Ark scene. Definitely for modded maps. And bro, I cannot wait to step foot on Ragnarok again. Let me go spawn up by the Gigas in the Wyvern Trench, get myself some rock carrot and get an Equus within 10 levels. Like, that's just the way to do it, ain't it? Now we go to Extinction, and Extinction arguably adds my favorite creature of all time, being the snow owl, but that is because owls are my favorite animals. So it kind of got a quick pass at the top, but it also adds another one of my favorites, being the Velonosaur. I love that little guy. I love the little turret shooting pin missile raptor looking thing, right? Whatever you want to go, demigorgon looking thing. Definitely interesting map. I do love the idea of the Titans, King Titan. But Extinction did feel a bit off. Like, it's not a great map. It's a decent map, but it's not a great map. You know what I mean? So I think Extinction, for me personally, goes B tier. It does add some cool creatures. Also adds the Managama. Questionable thing. And with ASA, we will be in the Dreadnoughtus, which I'm actually excited for. Big boy sauropod that rivals Titans. Sounds cool. Alright, okay, up next we go to Valguero. I love this map, right? I love Valguero. It is such an awesome map, being basically the first map to be landlocked, as I'm going to call it, because all borders are locked in by land. Now, I know the center has the one side that is landlocked, got the whole thing where the arena is, but along with the Redwoodses, and where you got the battle arena, but Valguero is fully encased in land, and this is one of those maps where it did get kind of hindered by losing the fact that it couldn't have, there was a whole rock drake nest area and it lost it, so that the whole Aberration area is cool. I love exploring it. I say Valguero for me is an A tier map for sure. Dude, the Under Ocean is awesome. You've also got all of just the Wyvern Trench up in the snow, and then you go into the cave to get the Fire Wyverns. I love that idea. The White Chalk Cliffs. You added the Deinonychus, one of my favorite tames. Those things are demons. and it's a great map overall. I'm trying to figure out what to do next. We'll go Genesis Part 1. This map is arguably my least favorite story map by far. Genesis 1 really kind of changed the way, a bit of an Ark formula. One, with having you teleport between biomes, not having the biomes connected, all the missions and stuff, and technically Genesis Part 1 is a simulation. Arguably, it does have some gorgeous thing. I love the swamp biome on Genesis 1. It is beautiful, and same with the volcano biome. It's really cool, but the whole disconnect of biomes really broke a bit of the gameplay, and then the whole not even be able to build in mission areas and all that. It just has a lot of issues. It kind of ruins it as a map functionally, and you couldn't even complete half the missions on alpha and single player. Like, they were that broken that it's just not playable. So for me, Genesis Part 1 is a C. No, is a D tier map. I'm chucking it in D. I was thinking I wouldn't chuck any map in D. Genesis Part 1 is that only map that can go into D tier. It deserves it, right? And hopefully Genesis Part 1 gets a good rework for ASA. But I don't even give any hopes for the ASA version. I don't even think it'll get... it might get a push to C tier with the ASA version. It's one of those maps that really just gets hindered. Add some really cool creatures. Magmasaur's amazing. The bloody bog spiders. Well, the it's bog spider. Bloodstalker. Love that mount. Ferox is cool. Yeah, you got the Mega Shalom and the big space whale, Astrocetus. But the map itself is, yeah, it's just not it. It's not worth it. To be honest, I haven't even beaten Genesis Part 1, right? It is probably arguably the map that has the least hours on ASE. So maybe I have to try and beat it on ASA, but I don't think I'm going back to ASE just to say I beat it on ASE. No. Alright, up next, we go Crystal Isles. Crystal Isles could be such a great overall map for me. But the one thing that lets it down is the lack of caves. The artifacts are piss take to get. They're just lying around half the place. The map is gorgeous, right? It is a gorgeous map. This map is a builder's friend. It is great for that. It's also really good for modern playthroughs, right? So that's where it shines. But it also got kind of ruined because we got the Crystal Wyverns, but there were so many other Crystal variants. There's Crystal Griffins, Crystal Otters, Crystal Rock Drakes. There were so many cool things. There's supposed to be a Rock Drake trench in that, and they got ripped out. All the biomes in the Crystal Isles are actually really cool. I love the floating places. I love the crystal beaches. There's the whole distortion thing up in the north. I can't remember what it's called. It has some really gorgeous sights, but it does lose a lot thanks to the no caves. And I love the challenge of taking on a cave, get my artifact. Picking up just ruins that gameplay mechanic in a sense. So in my idea world, Crystal Isles will always be seen as like the modern map to do, like overall mod map for me. I think now I couldn't do Crystal Isles as a map doing a normal playthrough. Like, it's cool. It's the first map we got an actual new boss for an non-story map with the Crystal Wyvern Queen, which I wish the center got like something unique. But it is what it is. Crystal Isles for me, personally, is my least favorite non-story map due to the caves. Even though it's gorgeous, it's big. It's just I lose interest quite quickly on this map, and that gives it a C tier for me. Like, I can't play that map for a long time. Next up is Genesis Part 2, the good old ship, the Genesis ship. This did a lot of improvements compared to Genesis Part 1, with the missions being just terminals you go to and you go do the missions instead of it interrupting your zone of play, except for a couple of missions where it basically activated and it's just you hunt down creatures within the zone, but it didn't affect where you could build. But it also, Genesis Part 2 added a bit of other problems. With one, you get Tech Day 1, so this map is the endgame map in a sense, so I understand it, but it also kind of ruined a lot of grind with and added some OP ass creatures. get me wrong. The Astrodelphus saddle thing, that thing was stupid day one. You got the Strider, which is just a mining gold mine, which is great. Like, PvE, awesome. PvP players, I know that ruined a lot for you guys, and I'm worried. I'm worried with it coming back on ASA. But arguably the map had some really cool features. I love the split of the two, like, rings, basically. You got to explore on the ship with your Eden Zone, and then you got the Rockwell's Garden area. I love, like, the whole differentiation there, and it was actually really cool. This map did take a lot out on my PC back when it came out. Man, I couldn't even do Rockwell Prime on 60 FPS on ASC. So I'm hoping the ASA version is very optimized, so you don't need some OP crap to run this map. Exploration, yeah, given the texture, your exploration gets kind of ruined, but we do get the Maywing. The Maywing was amazing, but we're talking about the map. Overall, I think Gen 2, it's alright. The Genesis maps really did kind of come a bit more meh. Like, I still think Gen 2 added some really cool biomes. Well, to be honest, it's only got 2. But the Rockwell, yeah, but add some really cool assets and stuff like that, and some more mechanics. But arguably Gen 2 for me, it's a C tier map. Yeah. Alright, we got 2 more maps to go. We got Lost Island and Fjordur. I'm leaving Fjordur for last. So, Lost Island. The map that is based, like, the landscape is roughly based on Tamriel, which is from Elder Scrolls. It's like the Elder Scrolls world is Tamriel. Absolutely amazing, right? Add some really cool creatures. But Lost Island is a beautiful map. Beautiful map to explore. The Redwoods biome with the castle in the middle was awesome. You've got the beautiful forest area. It is heavily forested. Snow biome's cool. We got the ice wyvern trench. The main wyvern trench is sick with the lava. Oh, they better not ruin that. I just remembered how good the volcano is on Lost Island. It is sick. And then you got like the geysers and everything also. I know they added the Scorched Earth desert biome at the bottom of the map that doesn't connect to anything. That was, I think, was just there to have it. Arguably Lost Island is great. I think it's a great map. I don't think it's a S tier map, but it is 100% an A tier map for me. That is 100% an A tier map. By far. Great map. Amazing exploration. Some really gorgeous caves. There are some great caves on Lost Island. Also, you get the Cinema Crops, arguably the best shoulder pet in the game. Also adds probably one of the most frustrating themes to do, the Amargasaurus. But yes, Lost Island, gorgeous map. A tier for sure. And now we move on. Fjordur Nakasis cooked on this map. Fjordur is arguably probably the best map on Ark. Official map. Fjordur has to take that spot. I'm putting this up to S tier. Like, Aberration is still my favorite map, and personally, I love Aberration, but Fjordur is chef's kiss of a map. First off, you got the main map you get to explore. Absolutely gorgeous, based on a lot of Viking Nordic landscapes. Got some references to Lord of the Rings with Helm's Deep. Absolutely gorgeous caves. My lord, the caves on this map are sick. And then you got the 3 realms that they are. You got Jotunheim, Vanaheim, and Asgard, which add some very unique different biomes and just challenges. Like Jotunheim is brutal snow, but is epic. Then you got the mini bosses with Bela, Strineborn, the dogs, which is like, I can't remember their names. And then you gotta do them, take on the main bosses, and then you get Fenris Sulfur as like a big bad boss. And this felt like an absolute perfect map to close off the Ark like experience on ASE. Dude, so many, like the under space cave underneath. It's just such a great map. Like, Arguably, if Aberration didn't have such a home for me, Fjordur would be my favorite map. It goes Aberration then Fjordur, and it's pretty close favorite map. So I think there's a good list, right? Aberration, Fjordur, Ragnarok, S tier maps. For sure. A tier, you got the islands, Scorched Earth, Valguero, and Lost Island. I feel like that's pretty fair. B tier, the Center, and Extinction. C tier, Genesis 2 and Crystal Isles. And D tier on its lonesome, where it deserves, Genesis Part 1. That map sucks. Big time. That sucks. But, there we go. The maps have been ranked. And do you agree with my list? I think it's pretty on point. Some of you might disagree on some places, but if you do, comment down below. I'll see you guys all in the next video. Bye.